Good morning, all of you. Today I'll have to start with your functional structure, and we have to do only the meaning. So whatever is given in page number 198, all right, everything is very important. So yesterday I have explained you that every organization has its own function. On the basis of the function, whatever major departments are made, those are called as functional structure. Okay, because functions are different of an organization. Okay, to perform each function, to fulfill each function, there is a formation of a department on the basis of function. That formation of the department on the basis of function is called functional structure of an organization. Is it clear? So see what is given in the book. The activities of an organization may be grouped either on the basis of its major function or on the basis of its product and services. Okay, first line. So see, two kinds of division are done in an organization. First division on the basis of the major function. Second division on the basis of the product, all right, or the services an organization is providing. Okay, so that is why, since there are two types of groups are there in the organization, one group on the basis of the major function of the organization, one group on the basis of the product or service which is provided by an organization. So there are two main types of organizational structure. On the basis of major function, functional structure; on the basis of divisional function, on the basis of product or service provided by the organization, is divisional structure. Okay, now let us see the functional structure. Functional structure, whole paragraph is important because only meaning is there. They may ask you in 3 marks, they may ask you in 6 marks, okay, or they may ask you in 2 marks. Okay, so whatever is given in the book about the functional structure, whole is important. Once I am reading and explaining you. Under functional structure, each major or basic function is organized as a separate department. Okay, जितने भी functions होते हैं एक organization की, on the वो सारे functions, okay, उन सारे functions, सारे major functions, ऐसे तो बहुत सारे functions होते हैं, but important functions of the organization you might have studied earlier. On the basis of those major function of an organization, a separate department is made. Okay, now basic or organic functions are the functions the performance of which is vital and essential to the survival of the organization. Obviously, if those functions, those basic organic functions are not going to perform properly, then it is very difficult for the organization to survive. So basic or organic functions need to be performed efficiently and need to be performed properly so that the organization can survive. So for the survival of the organization, it is important to perform the basic or organic or major functions properly. Then, for example, productions, one of the function is function of production. One of the function is sales, one of the function is financing, one of the function is personnel. Personnel से क्या पता चलता है? What do you mean by personnel? Personnel means those who are the specialists working in the organization. Are basic functions in the manufacturing enterprise. On the other hand, in retail store, buying, selling and finance are the major. Two examples are given. One example is of manufacturing enterprise or manufacturing company. And what are the major function of the manufacturing enterprise or manufacturing company? Production, sale, financing and personnel are the basic function. If you take, on the other hand, a simple retail store, a retail shop, what is the major function of a retail shop? Buying, selling and financing are the three major functions. Then after that, if necessary, a major function may be divided into sub-functions. Sometimes it is happening. If the function which is something very bigger, having bigger scope, then that function is divided into sub-functions. For instance, activities in the production and maintenance. Production is something very bigger area. Production is a bigger area. Production अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ा function है. तो to handle that production, the function of production is subdivided. Many cases it happened. Okay, then maintenance also. Production department may be classified into to see the quality of production, to see the control, to see the processing of material, and to repair and maintenance. These are the various sub-functions of one major function, that is what? Production. Then, thus, the process of functional differentiation may take place through successive levels in the hierarchy. The process can continue as long as there exists a sound basis for further differentiation. Functional structure is the most widely used basis for grouping activity. It exists almost in every organization at some level. हमेशा functional structure एग्जिस्ट करता है हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, क्योंकि हर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की एक मेजर फंक्शंस होती हैं. उन फंक्शंस को प्रॉपर्ली परफॉर्म करने के लिए देयर इज अ डिवीजन ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट दैट इज कॉल्ड फंक्शनल structure. I hope you people have understood. After writing this, you people will draw this chart which is given in page number 199. This chart shows the functional structure very properly. You see, board of directors सबसे टॉप पे होते हैं, उसके बाद उन लोग स्पेशलिस्ट को हायर करते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर. अब मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर अंडर दिस देर आर, एज आई टोल्ड यू, एक प्रोड्यूसिंग एंटरप्राइज में प्रोडक्शन एक फंक्शन होता है, मार्केटिंग एक फंक्शन होता है, फाइनेंसिंग. सो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ द फंक्शन ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, मार्केटिंग एंड फाइनेंसेस, दे हैव मेड 3 डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट, 3 सेपरेट डिपार्टमेंट. प्रोडक्शन, और मैंने तुमसे क्या कहा, क्योंकि फंक्शन ऑफ प्रोडक्शन इज समथिंग वेरी बिगर, सो दे विल डू द सब डिवीजन ऑफ द फंक्शन ऑफ प्रोडक्शन. सो दे हैव डिवाइडेड इनटू रिपेयर एंड मेंटेनेंस, क्वालिटी, फैक्ट्री मैनेजर, परचेज मर्चेंट, एंड देन मार्केटिंग ऑल्सो. मार्केटिंग में आजकल बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है मार्केटिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज, इसमें एडवर्टीजमेंट बहुत, और सेल्स तो है ही मार्केटिंग में, कि आपको अपने प्रोडक्ट को बेचना है, जितना हो सके बेचना है ताकि ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को प्रॉफिट मिले. पर आप वो कैसे बेचोगे इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड? थ्रू एडवर्टीजमेंट. हाउ यू विल मेक योर प्रोडक्ट पॉपुलर? थ्रू एडवर्टीजमेंट. सो देयर आर 2 मेजर functions, sub functions of marketing as a major function, that is sales manager and advertising manager. Now come to the financing. Under financing, chief accountant and internal auditor are the 2, and then there is a helper given to some of the major sub functions. Okay, so this particular chart, that is 9.6, is a chart of functional structure. So you people have to write the meaning of functional structure, the whole paragraph, and you have to learn this chart which is given here in the page number 19. I hope you people have understood the functional structure. Functional structure means making different departments according to the major or basic functions of an organization. That process is called functional structure. Every organization has its own major or basic function, and that organization survive only when those major functions are performed properly. That's why they divide into, they create separate departments, so those major or organic functions can be performed properly, so that organization can survive. That is called functional structure. Okay, now on the basis of function we have done. Next is on the basis of the product or the service which the company or the organization is producing. That is called divisional structure. ठीक है, अब डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर में क्या होता है, जो प्रोडक्ट एक कंपनी प्रोड्यूस कर रही है, अब उस प्रोडक्ट के लिए क्या क्या मटेरियल चाहिए. सपोज फॉर एग्जांपल एक शूज कंपनी है, उसको लेदर चाहिए. इज इट क्लियर? The shoes company, what is the most chemical chahiye? Is it clear? It needs machine, right? So one product, shoes industry needs, there are various kinds of the raw material or input, so that they can produce one product that is called shoes. तो इसके लिए उन लोग क्या करेंगे, डिफरेंट डिवीजन्स बनाएंगे. एक डिवीजन बनाएंगे जो रबर कलेक्ट करें, एक डिवीजन बनाएंगे जो मशीन्स को प्रॉपर्ली इंस्टॉल करवाए, एक डिवीजन बनाएंगे जो installation or the designing of the shoes will be going to make, that what should be the design and shape of the shoes. So there are various kinds of activities in producing a particular commodity. So on the basis of the product, what activities need to be performed, and there are various activities need to be performed to produce a particular product. On the basis of those activities of a product, there is a division which is called divisional structure. Now see all of you in the book, page number 200. In divisional organizational structure, the activities of the organization are grouped into number. I told you there are various activities are need to be done to produce a product. When all those activities of the organization are grouped into a number of divisions, then it is called divisional structure. Then divisions are created on the basis of what? Product. Every major product is organized as a separate division. Yes, every, like for example in economics only I have told you people, division of labor. We have done division of labor. The labor who is specialized in producing engine will produce engine. The labor, so everywhere there are different stages. Similarly, in the process of producing a product also there are various activities which they fulfilled by dividing it into separate departments. So each division look after the production, sale and finance of one product line. Divisional structure is useful when product expansion and diversification, manufacturing and marketing characteristics of the product are of primary significance. It is generally employed when the product is relatively complex and a greater deal of capital is required for it. It is generally required when the production is in a larger extent. अगर आपको production एक स्मॉलर एक्सटेंट में हो रहा है तो इतना ज़्यादा डिवीजन की ज़रूरत नहीं है. आप एक सिंपल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में भी कर सकते हो. ठीक है, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल अभी मैंने डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर का एग्जांपल लिया. कभी भी डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज या कॉटेज इंडस्ट्रीज में अप्लाई नहीं होती है. डिवीजन ऑफ लेबर कहाँ अप्लाई होती है? लार्जर स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज. सिमिलरली हियर, ठीक है, डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर इज एप्लीकेबल व्हेन द प्रोडक्ट इज रिलेटिवली कॉम्प्लेक्स. When the product is relatively complex and a greater deal of capital is required, और बहुत ज़्यादा capital चाहिए उस product को produce करने के लिए, then they divide into different division which is called divisional structure. So this is a condition required for divisional structure. What is the condition required? Condition required is this, that it is generally employed when the product is relatively complex and a great deal of capital is required for plant and equipment such as automobile and electronic industry. Automobile, is it clear? Suppose for example of a four-wheeler. अब एक फोर-व्हीलर एक कार आप खरीदते हो तो आपके लिए वो कार एक वन प्रोडक्ट है, लेकिन उस कार के अंदर बहुत सारे और भी पार्ट्स जोड़े गए हैं. जैसे एक डिजाइनर होगा जो कार की डिजाइनिंग करेगा. ठीक है, दूसरी कार की बॉडी तैयार करेगा, तीसरी कार का व्हील तैयार करेगा, फोर्थ वन कार की इंजन तैयार करेगी, फिफ्थ वन उसकी माइलेज डिसाइड करेंगे, उसकी अदर फीचर्स को उन लोग इंस्टॉल. सो प्रोडक्शन ऑफ वन कार, व्हेन वी बाय अ कार, हमारे लिए तो वो कंप्लीट प्रोडक्ट है, लेकिन जब वो अंडर द प्रोसेस ऑफ प्रोडक्शन रहता है तो वो बहुत ही कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोडक्ट है. उस कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोडक्ट को प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए देयर इज अ क्रिएशन ऑफ डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर. देन दे डिवाइड इनटू वेरियस स्ट्रक्चर व्हिच इज कॉल्ड डिविजनल स्ट्रक्चर. I hope you people have understood. Then what is important under this? The whole paragraph and the chart which is given. Whenever exam it is asked, you write the whole explanation and then you write this chart which is given in the book. Okay, under the chart you see board of director यहाँ पे भी है, managing director यहाँ पे भी है, लेकिन अब डिवीजन देखो. एक प्रोडक्ट को प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए प्लास्टिक है तो प्लास्टिक की एक डिवीजन बना दिए, उसको प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए केमिकल चाहिए तो केमिकल की एक डिवीजन बना दिए, उसको प्रोड्यूस करने के लिए मेटल चाहिए तो मेटल की एक डिवीजन बना दिए. इज इट क्लियर? अब देखो, अब केमिकल डिवीजन है और मेटल डिवीजन. अब केमिकल डिवीजन में क्या है? अब इन तीनों में क्या होगा? परचेजिंग होगी, प्रोडक्शन होगा, सेल्स होगा, पर्सनल होगा. इज इट क्लियर? अब कोई परचेज करेगा, कोई उसको प्रोड्यूस करेगा, फिर उसको सेल भी करना है, फिर उसके लिए पर्सनल्स की भी जरूरत पड़ेगी. सो दिस whole chart you have to write under the divisional structure. Okay, children. So tomorrow, I suppose I'm going to complete this chapter, because I'll have to do two more topics in the chapter. One is the delegation of authority, and one is decentralization and centralization. Two topic more we have to do. That I suppose I'm going to complete tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Then your organization chapter is going to be complete. I think organizing is very big chapter as compared to the other chapters. Okay, so I'm going to complete maybe 2 more days, and then I'll complete your organizing chapter. For today only this much. Thank you, children.